Got a fun show today. Doug Marone will be joining us. Stay tuned for that. That hat is on the table. That's right. Week 5 starts tonight with the Rams and the Seahawks in Seattle. It is time for All Caps, presented by New Era. Grab the cap of the team that needs a win in Week 5 the most. Do your thing, guys.
Need a win in Week 5 the most. Okay, Week 5 guys go tonight. Okay, I think I found mine.
Okay.
You know, there's all these different species of caps.
Yeah.
You know? I do like the rope cap. I do like it. Brings me back to my childhood, and my dad's wearing an Ocean Pacific or something. But I'm going to go with the Bills. Because you know what? The Bills play at the Titans this weekend, and it's just, they had their nice little September, and they started 3-0.
Yeah.
And then they have the tough loss, and the quarterback gets knocked out. And like, please don't go to Tennessee and lose, because then it's 3-2, and then the phone calls stop to the radio shows. I've seen this a million times with Buffalo. I actually think this is the best time to ever go to Tennessee, because of Peter's theory that the Titans are magnetically attracted to 9-7 is true. They had a big win last week, which means they should be due for a letdown this week.
Okay.
The Bills, please don't go to 3-2, because then the sky will start falling, and I believe in this team this year.
I'm going to go with these guys, and I think it's a lot more dire in Atlanta than it is in Buffalo.
Yeah, it is.
Falcons, there was so much talk that, okay, they got their groove back this offseason. DQ's got them going, and they're going to be back like they were a few years back, and it hasn't been that. They're 1-3. It was a really bad loss last week. They looked like they just got completely worked in this game at home to a Titans team that had lost at home to the Jaguars the week before.
This team, dude?
I don't know what's going on, and it's offense and it's defense. Matt Ryan couldn't get it going against the Colts, could not get it going against these guys. Falcons, you don't want to go 1-4. This is a must-win. You're playing a good, well-coached Houston Texans team.
You're a good team.
You are a good, well-coached team. This is almost one of those, we really need this. I don't want to say must-win, but...
You know Quinn's getting the job security questions this week? They've been coming.
They asked him directly,
Sucks.
what do you think of your job security? He says, I'm focused on the Houston Texans. Well, if you're focused on the Houston Texans, DQ, you know we love you on the show.
Come on, DQ.
Find a way here. Beat the Texans.
Schrags, a lot of get your groove back.
A lot of get your groove back references.
Out of you today. Did you
yeah.
watch a movie yesterday?
Yes, I love Stella.
Okay. I would like to dance with you.
Take
Hey,
it.
I tell you.
What's up? All right. You guys remember when the hype train for the Jets was taking off? We're talking all aboard. We got a new coach. Adam Gase is in the building. We got Sam Darnold making that leap. Oh, we got draft picks. Quinnen Williams, C.J. Mosley, Jamal Adams. He's going to be a beast. And then all of a sudden, things started falling apart.
Broke down just like the Metro North.
You ain't lying, fam.
New Jersey Transit.
You feel me? And now
Metro North.
you got Le'Veon Bell, who was brought over here with all that hype. He's having to tweet the fans saying, hey, just stick by our side. We need you guys. You got Sam Darnold going down with an illness. Yeah. You have all these different pieces to the puzzle that are falling apart so much so you can't even put the puzzle together.
What would it mean if Luke Falk beat the Philadelphia Eagles this week? What would that mean to the Jets fan base and to the NFL?
And that's why I wanted to pick the Jets, because you have the Jets on the road in Philly up against an opponent where nobody's going to give them a chance. How about you guys rally and do something special? And I'm not falling for backups or playing guys are hurt. I don't care about that, man. I've been on those teams. And anybody can get got, as Kay would say, on Sunday. So go out there and get yours. Jets, this isn't on the fans. This isn't even on the Gase. This is on the players.
Hey, let's get loud. Let's go from mono to stereo. You know what I mean?
You feel me? You feel me?
All right, I want to get through these next two, so they're going to be speed round style. Look for your hats, gentlemen. Yesterday we debated whether or not Russell Wilson was underrated. The consensus at this table was yes. So grab the cap of the team with the most underappreciated star in the league. Two teams on a bye. They, of course, are not.
I'll be quick.
I think
Chris
they did
Godwin.
some hats under the table.
Chris Godwin has been a beast this year. He's 4th in the NFL receiving yards. He's just, hey, man, golly. Hey,
I can't find it.
come on, man. Hey, he's 3rd in the league. 3rd in the league in receiving yards.
Looking for the Rams.
386.
Somebody's looking for the Rams. Come on. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I thought it was in Nate's pant leg.
Well said. Buccaneers. Who you got?
Chris Godwin.
Kyle was just playing footsie with me.
More than footsie. What do you got?
I'm going to go with Bobby Wagner. He's the other guy on this team.
Still?
You've got Russell Wilson, and you got Bobby Wagner, number 54. He's probably the best middle linebacker for, I'll say probably, because Luke Kuechly's pretty good.
Yeah.
And we still have to talk about it every Twitter Thursday night and be like, oh, Bobby Wagner's on this team. Pacific Northwest, Seahawks, we rarely get to them because we're an East Coast show. Let's give Bobby Wagner some love.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he has a 99 Madden rating or anything. I'm going to go with the game tonight, too. The guy who is the second leading receiver in all of football, Cooper Kupp, guys. Remember when Peter first told us about Cooper Kupp coming out of college, and he's got a funny name, and he's a good player, he's going to be a slot receiver? He's been their best offensive player. Robert Woods and Cooks and Gurley Goff. It has been Cooper Kupp. None of the dumb... I've made a million jokes about this guy's name. They're all terrible. This is all about his game. Cooper Kupp is an awesome player. Appreciate it more. You'll see it tonight.
We have a really cool thing happening on the show today. We get to announce the players of the month for September, the entire month. We do it weekly, and we don't even know who the answers are. So let's all grab a cap of the team that you think will have one of the players of the month. I'll go right here.
What do you got?
And start with the NFC offensive player. I think it has to be Christian McCaffrey.
Ooh, I like it.
He has 629 scrimmage yards. He has a touchdown in every game, I'm pretty sure.
Leads the
4
league in
touchdowns.
rushing.
He's amazing, and given the way the Panthers have rebounded, they've won back-to-back games now, he should definitely be in consideration. He's at the top of the running backs list and does it all.
I'll go with Pat Mahomes. He leads the league in passing. He's still on pace for 6,000 yards. He has 10 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Pat Mahomes.
The AFC offensive player. I'm going to go NFC defensive player of the month. Everyone's talking Khalil Mack as an MVP, including Kyle. I saw Chris Wessling had him number 2. He's not the player of the month.
Got it again.
Shaq Barrett is the NFC player of the month on the defensive side of the ball. 9 sacks. I mean, this is insane what he's doing. I think everyone appreciates the story, too. He's a 1-year contract making just $4 million. He's going to break the bank. I don't care if he does anything in October, November, or whatever. September was his month. Shaq Barrett, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Love Shaq. AFC defensive, got to go with this team. Take your pick. You could do Van Noy. You could do Collins. I will go Devin McCourty. Leads the league in interceptions. Has been on fire. I think this is a runaway.
He's awesome. Let's take a look at our predictions. We will reveal this in an hour or two. You got to stay tuned for the whole show. We've got Doug Marrone joining us as well. Aeneas Williams will be on the show. But these are our predictions. Mahomes, McCourty, McCaffrey, Barrett.
Are we wrong? Tell us,
good.
Twitter.
Can we predict when they're going to update our photographs?
The one I'm most confident in is Shaq Barrett. It's Shaq Barrett and everybody
Khalil Mack
else.
was really good.
It's true.
And that's it.
We have a huge guest, as I said, Jags head coach Doug Marrone joining us. Is he wearing jorts? Is he eating a bologna sandwich?
I hope so.
Tyreek Hill returning to practice. Will we see Philly looking like the team that many have pegged potentially to go to the Super Bowl before the season? And Mike Garafolo has more on these Eagles as they get set for the Jets.
Thank you, Kay. Well, the Eagles preparing for Sunday's game against the Jets, still basking in the glow of last week's victory over the Green Bay Packers, not just because it evened their record at 2-2, but also because of how they played, particularly offensively. They were able to get that running game going, a season high, 176 yards for a rushing attack that was sputtering and inconsistent at times, particularly rookie running back Miles Sanders. He went for 72 yards on 11 carries, including a 30-yard run. This team had confidence in Sanders and said that they would stick by him despite his struggles and his fumbling issues. Well, he finally performed for them. Quarterback Carson Wentz saying that he told Sanders even before week 1, you're here for a reason. You belong here. Well, Sanders finally showed that, so they're hopeful that this means it's the beginning of an extended run of good runs from Sanders and this rushing attack, because so much of what they do, the RPO and the play action game, predicated on a strong running game. Kay?
Cannot wait for that one. We don't know when Sam Darnold will be back, but we are hoping to see the Jets do something here on the East Coast. The other game on the East Coast, of course, the Giants hosting the Vikings. Let's preview some of these games.
Okay.
Headlines going on around the league with a little Would You Rather.
Okay.
Fun game in
All right.
college. You can get a lot of trouble playing this game.
Sure, so
We're not
fun.
going to do that here. If you were to ask me where there wouldn't be any sort of drama ever during the season, I would probably point to Minnesota and the Vikings. There never seems to be any up there under Zimmer. Well, there is some turmoil with the Vikings. Adam Thielen was a bit frustrated with the state of the passing game. Kirk Cousins publicly issued an apology on Minnesota local radio. And now Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer weighs in on that Cousins apology. That's where we are.
He was probably just being nice. I mean, seriously, I'm not worried about it. Maybe you should get off the podcast.
Hey,
Oh, he smiled. He gave a little smile at the end
I think
there.
it was an attempted levity.
There's a lot going on up
A lot
in
of truth said in
Minnesota.
jest.
It seems like that. So they'll take on the Giants this week. Both sit at 2-2. New York has won 2 straight since turning things over to Daniel Jones. So which quarterback would you rather have for the rest of the year? Nate, Kirk Cousins, or Daniel Jones?
I'm going with Kirk Cousins. And I'll say this, I did see a little smile at the end of Zimmer saying that, but he was keeping it real. And maybe there's a lot of guys that shouldn't be talking to the radio or going on podcasts and basically airing out all of the family laundry from every organization. Back in my day, we didn't do that. We kept everything in-house. But Daniel Jones is good. He had a couple of good moments over the last couple of weeks. But, okay, he just got here. He just got to the party. Kirk Cousins has been playing those dad tunes for the last 4 years. So